Look at this. The volume's all out of sync and everything. This is the best Saturday morning Kung Fu theater I have ever seen.
I would love it. Yes, perfect, awesome. So MSwarlord is on right now, and now that we have control of the MS Society stream, I would love nothing more than to raid and or send y'all over to MSwarlord. They're an absolutely incredible human. They're an incredible person. They're always doing the dang thing for the MS, and there's someone that lives with MS as well. They've been impacted by it quite a bit as well. So yeah, just a truly wholesome soul, heart, person, everything about it. You guys have the link, so please go over and check them out. Let them know we sent you and all that thing. Yeah, until next time, y'all. It's been wonderful. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekends. Peace out, everybody. Brandon. Kick booty and eat booty. You know what I'm saying?
Love you, brother.
So yeah, go over and give MSwarlord some big old hugs. Come back tomorrow for another MS Society stream with a takeover with Buddha. It's going to be so much fun. It's going to be
Thank you, B. Awesome, awesome. Welcome to these little bits. Your day finds you smiling, my friends.
Reaching your head with the cold, sudden fury of a divine messenger. Let me tell you about heartache and the loss of God, wandering in hopeless night. Out here in the perimeter, there are no stars. Out here, we is stoned, immaculate.
nothing wrong with your television set. Do not attempt to adjust the picture. We are controlling transmission. If we wish to make it louder, we will bring up the volume. If we wish to make it softer, we will tune it to a whisper. We will control the horizontal. We will control the vertical. We can roll the image, make it flutter. We can change the focus to a soft blur, or sharpen it to crystal clarity. For the next hour, sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. We repeat, there is nothing wrong with your television set.
Were you trying to get crazy with this, see?
We're not gonna like hug or anything, but and I'm gonna get in there and take a shit. It's gonna be healthy. My buddy G-Man, he was complaining about my belly hanging down out around my shirt. Like I was supposed to be wearing me a moo-moo some sort. Damn, got it. How you flush that thing up there? There's no flusher on the toilet.
Absolutely no cell phone reception. And I won't have cell phone reception for probably another 6 or 7 miles.
You'll see me. I have a great big afro, and, well, I lost my pants somewhere on the round top. Little Jimmy with the pizza.
This is Dick, Big Dick's Bush Service. This is Big Dick. We were wondering if you were still interested in having Big Dick come out and service your bush. Well, you think about it and you give us a call. You give us a call back at 1-800-BIG-DICK.
Hello, sir? Can you get Howard Stern off the air?
What's up, Daryl?
This is Saul Rosenberg.
Who is it?
It's the plumber.
Plumber? I didn't call a plumber.
Hey, baby, you want to drink some whiskey? Want to drink some whiskey?
No.
You want a lap dance?
No.
I have no idea who that was.
Got the devil on his back trying to ride him to the grave before it's time.
How old are you?
7.
Why you know that? Why you know I take it?
Yeah, I know you take it. You want me to kick your ass?
Why you know I take it?
Yeah, you stop taking my paper, otherwise I'm gonna kick some ass.
And there is our glorious hero of the day, Deputy Dog. Being from Illinois, we're gonna fire that first shot. All right, that first shot, friends.
I ain't telling you who this is. You figure out who it is. You may fix those two things I told you about. That's right, the static cling. When are you going to do something about the static cling? I'm sick of the static cling in this damn house. And then there's the lint. There's fuzz bunnies everywhere. What kind of fucking landlord are you?
The most frightening motion picture experience of your life. And the most revealing. Turn around. Look behind you. Be one with us. There is evil everywhere. And the Sentinel is the only hope.
Right here on Twitch TV. Rock and roll.
Multiple sclerosis is a disease that impacts the brain and spinal cord, which make up the central nervous system that controls everything we do, whether it's taking a physical step or solving a complex problem. The exact cause of MS is unknown, but we do know that something triggers the immune system to attack the brain and spinal cord. The resulting damage to myelin that insulates wire-like nerve fibers is a disruption of signals to and from the brain. This interruption of communication signals causes unpredictable symptoms such as numbness, tingling, mood changes, memory problems, pain, fatigue, blindness, or paralysis. Everyone's experience with MS is different, and these losses may be temporary or long-lasting. Most people initially have relapsing remitting MS, where they experience attacks of new symptoms followed by periods of time when those symptoms go away partially or completely. Others experience gradual and ongoing loss of function without distinct attacks, which is known as progressive MS. MS can be difficult to diagnose, but once a diagnosis is confirmed by a neurologist who is knowledgeable about MS, there are disease-modifying therapies for reducing attacks and slowing down the damage. Growing evidence suggests that early and ongoing treatment with a disease-modifying therapy is an important defense against future attacks. There are also treatment strategies to address some MS symptoms. Options are still limited for slowing down or stopping progressive MS. Worldwide research is accelerating the discovery of how to slow down or even stop progressive MS, how to repair nervous system damage and restore function, wellness strategies such as exercise and diet that can help people with MS to live their best lives, and the exact cause of MS so that it may be prevented for future generations. To learn more about multiple sclerosis, connect with others to drive research for a cure, and to address the challenges of everyone affected by MS, visit nationalmssociety.org or call 1-800-344-4867.
Response, and I said, no, man, I'm not a victim. Shit happens and you roll with it. And that's it. You know, that's fate. You got to adapt and overcome as best you can with your disabilities. You got to roll with it. It sucks. It's depressing. I can't do the shit that I used to like to do, man. Go for a walk.
Wouldn't it be better if more people said and thought and acted upon Wouldn't it be better if more people thought and acted upon the wouldn't it be better if more often? Wouldn't it be better if more often?
Integrity is worth its weight in gold in this industry, and that is something that I was taught very early on by some people who I admire and appreciate even now, years later. Growth and opportunity happens organically. Don't force it too much. Make things happen for you, but don't just try to slap business cards in people's face trying to make it happen for you, right?
I think it's pretty important to have like chat rules, especially like early on if you want to kind of build like a pretty like close-knit community and something that, you know, something that kind of reflects you as a streamer. So and I know viewers definitely appreciate that.
Don't go around self-promoting in random chats. That's not the way you grow on Twitch. It comes off as immensely rude, and it really isn't successful. You may think that going and dropping your name or your link in somebody's chat who's bigger than you may have some people who click that link, but hypothetically speaking, let's say it does. Do you want to be known as the person who goes around talking about how they're streaming all the time in other channels? That seems like a bad reputation to have. And on the internet, integrity and reputation means a whole heck of a lot.
Networking, as in other businesses, is huge on Twitch. Collaborations with other streamers can bring new viewers to the channel, but it has to be organic. Forcing relationships will not get you anywhere.
It's important to keep in mind when you're first starting to stream on Twitch is just to take things day by day, because you know, like nothing really happens overnight, and so people, you know, everyone's numbers are different, everyone grows at a different rate.
Back when I was starting out, I wanted to make sure that on Twitter and on Cast, I was always trying to be respectful. I didn't know if it was ever going to pay off, but years later, due to that image, so to speak, I'm now having brands who approach me who know me because of that demeanor.
Keeping your head up high and just keep on grinding what you're really passionate about, and you know, eventually, hopefully, you see some numbers that start to grow.
So it may not feel like your hard work and effort towards making sure you are respectful and honest towards everyone will ever pay off, but I can promise you the idea of nice guys finish last, it's not always true. And I promise you that if you keep working hard, stuff can and will pay off.
Happiness and love, right on. Dude, I'm telling you, man, it is the golden age of communication, and it has been for 40 years. With the internet, with technology, man, we can save the world. Everybody can start talking to each other. Technology and machines will free us from the drudgery of toil. We can concentrate on art, music. We can concentrate on curing illnesses. We can concentrate on science. We can concentrate on terraforming and growing food on other planets through technology, freeing us of daily drudgery of production of food and materials and things that we need. Machines and robots and computers and technology can do all of that for us. Free us up to pursue our passions and pursue science and medicine and research. All through, and it started with the internet. People talking to each other. I started talking to people in China and Korea 30 years ago on the internet, playing video games with them. We're not so much, we're not so different. Same people. We all want to be happy, healthy, and successful, and we want to be around our loved ones. And it's all possible for everyone right now, today.
And that's where I will have paths where I can take my wheelchair and get across the street all the time, and I can go live, and I can live stream it. Those guys are not the best commercial landscape company since whenever. My company was #1 in 1995, 96, and 97 in the entire nation. So la-di-da.
Said medical marijuana is an effective treatment for some symptoms of multiple sclerosis. It concluded spasm, muscle tightness, and pain can all be helped. That's when the drug is given as an oral spray or pill.
More than 2,000 people every spring who attempt to through hike the entire Appalachian Trail from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Mount Katahdin. Imagine if every one of them engaged in some sort of charitable program such as Finish MS, where even if they could get a dime a mile for every mile they hike during their through hike to go towards curing cancer, towards curing blood diseases like hemochromatosis, or 25 cents a mile or $1 a mile to go towards multiple sclerosis research, or homelessness, food banks, food pantries, housing for the poor. And that just struck me. If one pebble lands in that pond of the world and creates a ripple in a fashion that it's one person who says, man, I could do that too. I could go out and do the things that I love to do, skiing, biking, hiking, and I can turn that into a charitable effort to help people.
We believe that no one else should have to face the fear and uncertainty of an MS diagnosis.
And that those that have MS should get back what they've lost. Curing this disease takes a global effort.
We will fund the most promising leads
and gather the brightest minds
to find a cure
as fast as possible.
We'll be unrelenting
until the very end.
We believe that we all have something to contribute.
Whether it's time,
money,
connections,
or sheer passion,
there is strength
in numbers.
We're calling on you to join us.
Join us.
Join us.
Find your place in this movement.
We need you. We need you.
We need you.
Together, we will create a world free of MS.
And MS does suck. You guys see me smiling and laughing, but my legs feel like there's dogs eating them. And I live here on the Gettysburg battlefield, and this is, as always, an official Stream to End MS National Multiple Sclerosis Society channel. And I'm raising funds to help fund research to cure this illness that has affected me and 3 million other people worldwide. The coming month is our official Stream to End MS March to End MS fundraising month for the Stream to End MS Team MS that I'm a part of. And so I hope you guys tune in the coming month, and if you can, I hope you can donate to help fund research to cure this illness that has put me in a wheelchair. It's lost me my memory from time to time. And so stay tuned, guys. We're going to have some fun.
Hello out there in TV land.
If you fall off your mountain, remember that you got there before and you can get there again. And when you do climb that mountain over and over and over again, and you're gonna in life, climb your mountain, you're gonna fall off of it. That's life. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, climb the mountain again. Notice more details the next time. Pass those details on, to pass that climb on to the next guy who's going through the same bullshit that you're going through. So fuck-a-doody-doo. Take what you learned from the shit that you stepped through. When you step through a bunch of shit and you see somebody rolling after you and they're about to step in some shit, say, hey man, I know you just stepped in some shit, but this is how I wiped my shit off. This is what you should do. Wipe your shit off. I have a hard time talking. People think I'm drunk and I'm not. Might be a little stoned. But that's MS. So what do? We adapt as best we can and continue trying to live as good of a life as we can. Make the most of it, my friends. I certainly have. That's MS. That is multiple sclerosis right there. All right? That's a perfect example of MS.
to you, my friend.
'Twas the night before Yule Feast, when all through the hall Skato-Gango were creeping to come for us all. The wool socks were hung by the hearth full of straw. We knew that great Odin would soon come to call. The children were nestled all snug in their beds, while visions of Voluspa formed dreams in their heads. Mama in her jerkin and I in my mail had just settled down for the long winter's meal, when just outside the hall there arose such a clatter. I sprang from the hearth to see what was the matter. Away to the window of our hall I flew like an arrow. I threw open the door to look far and narrow. The moon on the ash and the new fallen snow gave the luster of midwinter to Midgard below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but the All-Father himself upon his 8-legged Sleipnir. The cloaked old wanderer, one-eyed and solemn, I knew in a heartbeat it must be wise Odin. More rapid than ravens his children they came, and he bellowed and shouted and called them by name. Hail Thor, hail Bragi, hail Balder and Frey, hail Idun and Sif, Skadi and Freya. From the night they come all to the top of the hall, to frolic and feast below the ash trees so tall. With long frost that bore the midwinter's night, when met with the Jotun they surely would fight. And up to the hall top Sleipnir did fly, with a sack full of coal, wise Odin one-eyed. And then with a thunderclap I heard on the roof, the pounding and pawing of 8 mighty hooves. As I drew in my sayax and was turning around, from the mists of Asgard Odin appeared without a sound. He was dressed in a cloak from his head to his foot, his hooded face covered with ashes and soot. A sack full of coal he had flung on his back. He appeared as a skald on the road, opening his pack. His one eye it twinkled, his beard was so long, his face full of wisdom, his advice never wrong. His fist clenched with Gungnir drawn up as to throw, and the beard of his chin was as white as the snow. The reins of Sleipnir he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke of Muspelheim around his head like a wreath. He had a kind face and a hearty honest laugh that shook the earth from eons long past. He was tall and lean, father of the Aesir, and I smiled when I saw him. He beckoned me to draw near. But the wink of his one eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. In the stockings he found the straw for Sleipnir, left by the children at the end of every year. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work, and filled stockings with coal, then turned with a jerk. And laying his finger aside of his nose, and giving a nod, he shared wisdom he had known. He sprang to his feet, to Sleipnir he then strode, and away they flew from our sod-roofed abode. But I heard him exclaim, ere he had flown into the night, "Good Yule to all, and to all a good midwinter's night."
I hope your day ahead finds you smiling. I'll see you all real soon. Please be safe wherever you may roam.
Isn't that Zen-like? One hand clapping. Until next week. Nano, nano.
I wouldn't want to recount my actual trauma dozens of times per day to strangers. Imagine telling that many people face to face the most intimate, raw pain that you'd ever experienced, and then they toss you a nickel. That's not fun.